Pulls up for three. Boom! Knocks it down.
Curry from the corner at Bray. Puts it in.
For overtime. Makes it. Garrett. Right.
Welcome to this edition of the MVP cast from me, Mark Woods. A small bonus cast, perfectly formed, hopefully, where we get the chance to speak to the young Great Britain forward Carl Wheatle. Of course, plays his club basketball in Italy for Biella at just 20 years of age, but in action this Thursday night in Manchester as GB start on the road to Eurobasket 2021. Yeah, it does seem pretty far away, but this is where they're at right now. The opening pre-qualifier against Austria at the Bellevue National Performance Centre in Manchester. So here we are, great chat with Carl ahead of that game. And Carl, welcome to the MVP cast. Hi, I mean, with your career in terms of going, away relatively at an early age, what for you, how much do you think that sort of helped you as a kind of person and as a player on top of that?
It definitely helped me mature at a younger age. Leaving home at 15 is not, it's not a normal thing to do, really. It's not like a hurdle thing to do. So it definitely helped me grow up quicker. It definitely gave me more independence, and it's definitely helped me grow quicker and allow me to see things in a different way, and also be able to help sort of younger guys who want to do the same sort of thing and just sort of understand what they're going through and understand what it's like to leave home at a young age. So it definitely helped me mature.
What was the sort of recruiting process for you in terms of getting offers, exploring your options to making a decision to go away?
The biggest one was probably me playing at the under-16s European Championships a year young. It was from there that my current club came to see me play for the first time. So that definitely helped me gain exposure. There were a few teams in Italy interested before I signed with my current team. So definitely playing with the national team definitely helped my exposure at that young age to get my opportunity to go abroad. Did
you always think this is what I want to do? Because what age were you when you left?
I was 15 when I left. To be honest, at the start, I wasn't 100% sold on the idea, mainly because I had only been playing basketball for about a year and a half. I started when I was just turning 14, so I hadn't really been playing most of my life, so it wasn't really a lifelong goal that I had at the time. Obviously, I saw it as an opportunity, and the people close to me and around me definitely saw it as an opportunity for me. So it's definitely one I wanted to take advantage of and wanted to try out at least. And the more time went past, the more I felt comfortable with my decision, and the more I relished the opportunity I'd been given.
It's an incredibly quick period of time from starting to take basketball seriously to going to another country to effectively make it your career and your livelihood. What was the kind of key for you in terms of being able to grow very quickly in the sport?
I think the biggest thing was I had the right kind of coaches around me and the right kind of people around me. I was always in a positive environment to help me improve and learn. Alan Keane was fundamental in my growth at a young age because he was one of my first coaches. And the whole Pioneer staff at Greenhouse, they were really fundamental because they put me in an environment where I could succeed, where I could get better, at a rapid pace. And they always supported me, and they still support me now, even with decisions I make. My family, also a big part, my mum especially, who as soon as she sort of heard about the opportunity, she said, "Yeah, you have to go. It's not something you can pass up. These kind of opportunities are rare, and they don't come along to everyone. So it's something you definitely have to put your heart into and give it your best. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't. But you have to try at least and see what could happen."
That first year, you're going to a new country. I presume you weren't going with much Italian when you left.
No, I didn't speak any Italian when I first left.
Even a few words of pizza, maybe, or
literally 2 or 3 words max. So it was definitely a new experience because it took me a couple of years to learn it well. Now I'd say I speak it pretty fluently now, but definitely at the start it was a tough one because obviously you don't have any friends abroad, so you have to try and make friends at the same time you're learning the language. So it was definitely difficult for me at the start.
Is that the hardest aspect of it when you go away? Is just the fact you have to make yourself understood, or for you, what was the big sort of challenge, particularly that first year?
Yeah, that was definitely one of the main challenges. Obviously, the language barrier, it sort of isolates you a bit more at the start because you can't really converse with people the way you'd like to. I feel like on the court, it's not as bad because basketball, when you're playing, you sort of don't really need to speak the same language to understand players. I think that just comes sort of naturally playing together. But I think definitely the social aspect, it took me a while to sort of get comfortable because, obviously I wasn't used to them, they weren't used to me, and obviously the language barrier was a big part of it at the start.
You've stayed with the same team, which obviously helps as well in terms of having a familiar environment. What have they done to kind of that made you feel comfortable and that keeps you comfortable there?
Just the continuity of the organisation. Really, they've got a great reputation to be one of the best organisations. They've always taken care of me when I've needed things. They actually got me a tutor to help me learn Italian, which was big for me. It definitely helped me become more comfortable. Just there in general. The way they've treated players, the way they've treated me over my years there. They've always put players first, and if you have an issue or you need help, they're definitely available to help you out the best way they can. And obviously, the way I've developed as a player is definitely, obviously, it's my hard work, but it's them leading me the right way and helping to teach me to be a better player. And so it's definitely an environment where I feel like I've improved a lot, and I'm continuing to do so during these years.
I mean, education-wise, obviously, if you go to the States, you get the degree and the college education. How much did you keep on education in Italy? What was the formula for you?
Well, the year I left, it was my last year of GCSEs, and so I studied online for that year and came back during the summer to take my GCSE exams. And from there, I am looking into doing language courses now online. Since I speak Italian, I want to learn Spanish as well. So that is sort of my next education step. I didn't do college, so I didn't do the conventional GCSE college and university, so I stopped at GCSEs, but I'm looking into now doing a language course to sort of further my qualifications.
I mean, you're now 20, so you're heading into that stage where the build-up begins, the kind of peak of your career, and now it's full-time, you're playing the first team. How much do you sit down and think, this is how I would like my career to go?
Yeah, I do have those moments where I think that, first of all, I didn't expect this to happen because, when I was a young kid, I always wanted to be a footballer, so, basketball was never really in the plan. So to now be in a situation where I'm playing professionally, representing GB is all, sometimes it takes me back a bit, it makes me grateful for what's happened and the opportunities I've been given, and definitely makes me want to work harder because I know this could be my career and that it's something I want to pursue in the long run.
When you say you want to be a footballer, who was your team?
Manchester United was my team when I was young.
Like everybody jumping on a bandwagon.
Nah, it was family. Like most of my dad supported them and my uncle, so I was like, okay, I'll support them as well. Then, yeah.
Was there a sort of element of surprise from your family and your dad maybe when suddenly you go, well, actually, I'm not going to play at Old Trafford. I'm going to maybe play in the the NBA or the big arenas in Europe one day?
Yeah, I mean, it was different for them. When I first started playing basketball, it was a different step because knowing that my family played basketball, really, we weren't a crazy sporty family, but like everyone would always see me play football, so it was different for them. But they're all really supportive of me. Especially the family I have in America, who obviously follow the sport a little more closely. They're definitely all really proud of me and really happy with how I'm doing.
There's a sort of new start for GB with this Eurobasket pre-qualifying group, and it's effectively a build-up to 2021. It's a long way off the next Olympics beyond that. How much is that for you as sort of one of the younger players of this squad? Is it, do you kind of see there that there is a new generation, some of whom you played with at under 20 or under 18 level, that you guys are all probably now ready to start coming through and taking ownership of this team?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like in my couple of years now with the men's team, I definitely feel like a new generation is blooming, and especially leading up to 2021 and the Olympics beyond that, I definitely feel like it's time for the young guys to come through with the help of the vets that we have now to sort of help lead GB and become part of the future.
A number of people have said to me that you will be, at one point in time, the GB captain. When you hear that, what do you think?
It's honor really and pride because, to be even in consideration and have people think that about me is a tremendous honor and it's a proud moment for me, and not just me, for my family as well, because I know it's something that my family would appreciate greatly, something I would appreciate greatly. Obviously, to play for my country is always an honor. I've taken a lot of pride in doing it for the last 5-6 years, representing the junior teams and now with the men's team. So it's definitely something that fills me with pride, and I just want to continue to do the best I can for my country.
Do you feel that there's a natural sort of leadership, I don't know, DNA within you?
I don't. I've heard it said. I just try to do what I can to help my teammates. If it's like called a natural leader, I'd say kind of. I do try to embrace the leadership role, and it's one I relish and one I enjoy because I want what's best for the team. And if that means I have to, get on guys or help guys out in any way I can, then it's what I have to do. So I definitely embrace the kind of role as being a leader and being vocal and being active and trying to help my teammates. So yeah, I definitely say that I aim to be a good leader.
Circling back to Italy, what do you do off the court in Italy to kind of enjoy the place and embed yourself, take advantage of the downtime?
Mondays when I have off, I finally passed my driving license so I can drive around a bit. I usually, I stay pretty relaxed really. Sometimes I go shopping in Milan and Torino is the big cities near me, so I'll go and have a look around, just enjoy, do a little people seeing or during the week usually, with friends, play my PlayStation, simple things really. Go bowling once in a while and just wind down and just try to take away like the stresses of on-court stuff and just relax completely really. I
would imagine the way that people drive in Italy, to pass your license there, you have to become pretty good.
I actually did my license at home, like I passed it during the summer, so, it wasn't too bad.
And how does that compare then when you hit the streets of Italy?
But yeah, definitely the Italian driving is one to be desired. It's not you have to be. It's a lot. You have to be a lot more careful how you're driving. So it's be more reckless drivers, but it's not too bad. What's
the dream beyond this season, next season? I mean, how kind of high a bar have you set yourself in basketball?
I feel like right now, because I'm still young, I'm only 20, so the bar there isn't really a high point. I'm trying to just keep improving and keep getting better, and obviously in a few years it will be a bit different. My expectations and the way I look at things will be a bit different, but for now, definitely the goal in the next couple of years is to move up and to keep improving, to keep pushing myself and challenging myself and the best ways I can. Leading into the next couple of seasons, I definitely want to be playing in Serie A in Italy, and from there hopefully move on to EuroLeague and step by step keep moving up and trying to keep improving and keep, especially because I'm still so young, they see my whole career ahead of me. There's still long ways I think I can go with my career. And
this game, obviously it's an important one at the start of a campaign. There's only one team qualifies for the next stage. Have you guys sort of sat down and talked about sort of the importance of starting off on the right note?
Yeah, we definitely know as a team the importance of these games, to start in the right way. Obviously, we were disappointed with the World Cup and how that finished during the summer. But this is a sort of a new page, a new chapter, and we have to start off in the right way. And everyone's aware of that and is aware of the importance of these games on Thursday and Monday. And we know that as a nation, we need to come out and show that GB's ready and that it's our time, and we need to make an impact in these first couple of games leading into the next window.
Well, I wish you good luck in the game, and hope everything goes well. And thanks for the chat.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, that's it for this edition of the MVP Cast. Short and sweet, longer edition to come. We're available to listen on iTunes, Stitcher, or Spotify, or Google Play now, and on your smart devices via TuneIn Radio. You can also stream us at mvp247.com. We'd also get a live broadcast of GB against Austria with myself and Mike Shaft on the commentary. You can also pick up our recent chats with the likes of Gareth Maguire and Dante Nicholas. A new edition of the MVP Cast coming soon. But for now, from me, Mark Woods, it's goodbye.